So when talking about the biggest nosedives in music history, we've really got to talk about Madonna. She has got to be in this conversation without a doubt. I mean, her debut album is near pop perfection, and it really is one of the best albums from the 80s. And I'm not just saying that either, like, after digging deeply into the 80s music output, I can still safely say that Madonna still holds up as one of the best ones from that decade, including great singles that she put out since that album too, and other good albums in her discography as well. Now we're in the 2010s, and I just think, what is going on? What is she doing? What is this? Madame X is quite possibly the worst album I've heard this year so far, if not in the top three. It's abysmal, honestly. I cannot believe some of these like reggae infusions that she throws in. It just sounds incredibly tacky, and that's somehow not even the worst element of the album, because there are some songs where she is really trying to like say something of note, of like of political like observance, like she's just trying to speak on societal issues at points, and it's failing. God control, what is she saying on this song? There's just nothing noteworthy here at all. I swear on the verses she's channeling Kanye's Through the Wire. Like, seriously, her voice is so fucking mumbled. It is more mumbly than mumble rap. And I'm kind of struggling to see the intent of her vocals on this specific track, because it's not like it happens throughout the album. It's just this one track, and if you look at one of the versions of the album covers, the Apple Music one is different to the official one, I think. The official one is awful, but she's got like her mouth sewn together as if like, she can't speak, or she's not allowed her voice to be heard. And I'm kind of wondering, is that what she's trying to go for in this track? But if that was the case, then why is it not like this on every song? But even if it was like an intentional thing, it just sounds horrendous. And her vocals throughout are pretty bad. Like these aren't well performed songs vocally at all, I don't think. You've got to give artists like this the benefit of the doubt when they're so far into their career. Your voice changes, and as you get older, you're just not going to be able to sing as well as you once did. But like, I still do think these are poor performances. Future with Cueva, which she actually already performed at the Eurovision Song Contest this year, let me tell you, it was an awful performance. Quavo's just not even trying on this track. He just is not trying at all. And the pseudo version, yeah, it's equally as terrible. Her voice is just not in tune on the chorus whatsoever. The lyrics are atrocious. It's just an all-around flaccid song, like lyrically, production-wise, performances all round are just awful. Like the friggin' post-chorus like drop thing, again, just reggae infusion that completely fails. There's a few features from an artist called Maluma, who I'm not entirely sure about, honestly. Not heard this name prior to this album, I don't think, unless I've just forgotten the name or missed it at any point. But yeah, two features. One of them's Bitch I'm Loca. Honestly, he's just doing his thing. The Latin trap type stuff, it's not really that big on my ears, really. Like, I'm just not really feeling it most of the time. But at least he's sort of like doing his thing, and it doesn't sound awful. But Madonna coming through with Bitch I'm Loca is just the cringiest fucking thing that it is just awful to listen to. And the thing is that she's already made this song pretty much on the same album, because she has a song called Crazy. So why do it again? I mean, yeah, fair enough, you want to use the word loca because it's cool, and you want to seem like you're hip with the times by having a reggaeton artist on your song, but like, just try something different at least with your lyrics. We got Sway Lee on this album too. I mean, if you've got Quavo on your album in 2019, you probably do need to have Sway Lee, because these are two artists that will collaborate with anyone at any point. For whatever reason, they just don't care. They will be on any song they possibly can. I don't know why they do this many features. At least Sway Lee's sounding better than Quavo here though, and he's actually sounding way better than he did on that Miley Cyrus song, which was horrendous. But again, Madonna's coming through with some of the worst lyrics, talking about cravings and comparing that to craving a person, it is like the worst fucking simile, metaphor, whatever you want to call it. It is just... And even with all of these terrible songs that I've listed so far, I would still say there's one track that's worse than all of them. Maybe two, actually. I cannot decide which is worse, Dark Ballet or Killers Who Are Partying. I do not know which is worse out of these two. Well, I'll start with Dark Ballet because this is probably the track that sounds the worst out of the two here. The production here is baffling. Like, once that transition comes through, it is just the ugliest thing. I cannot believe like some producer just thought this sounded good when they were finished. I'm amazed. You have this awful vocoder effect that just comes through over Tchaikovsky's Dance of the Reed Flutes from the Nutcracker. Like, why did this get envisioned and then like just get made? Like, someone just decided this was a good idea. I cannot believe this. And the lyrics here are just so vapid and empty as well. Like, she's just not saying anything of anything that's worth your time. It's about how the world's on fire and chaos, and she's just hitting every possible cliche here. Then we've got the Killers Who Are Partying, which lyrically might be one of the worst songs of the year. Like, this trumps anything that was on Logic Supermarket, and that was some of the worst written songs of the year. This is a terrible attempt of like trying to sympathize with minorities across the world. Like, I do not know what she thinks she's trying to do here by saying that she'll be gay if the gay are burned, or she'll be Islam if... it's just horrendous. It is preachiness to the highest degree, because not only is this song just saying nothing, but she's acting like she can be like the voice for everyone, like for literally everyone, for Africa, even Africa. In this song, she's like, yeah, if it gets shut down, I'll be Africa. Like, I don't think they need you. And the worst thing is as well about this song is that not one part of this song feels like she's being altruistic. This only comes across as narcissistic. Like, there is just nothing about this song that speaks out as being helpful to anyone. It's just her thinking that she can be a savior for everyone. And maybe she has been. Like, I don't really know much about her personal life. Maybe she's donated to charities, helped organizations, done great things throughout her life. Maybe she has. But this song is just not how you approach this topic at all. This is incredibly poorly done, and for me this is an example of where sometimes speaking up on an issue is worse than just staying quiet, because if you have nothing helpful to say or nothing worthy to say, then you may as well just not say anything. You're not helping anyone by saying these things, so just stay quiet. Oh, Madonna, what is this? What is this album? It ends off on the track I Rise. I do not know why. Like, what is she rising from? Why is this about her when this album's mostly been about other people that need helping and the world that needs saving, but she's the one rising at the end? Why? And the album isn't even consistent with its themes either. Like, I've already said, there's tracks like Bitch I'm Loca, Crazy, Crave. They just don't fit in with the rest of these tracks that are more like woke or speaking on social issues. Like, it's just a mismatch of ideas, and none of the songs sound good, so why? The nosedive that her career has taken is depressing. She's an artist that has one of the best albums of the 80s, and she's also an artist that has one of the worst albums of the 2010s. 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. This was painful, and I hope you got something out of it that I didn't, but if you hated it as much as I did, then I am sorry. Thank you for watching my review. Hopefully you got something out of this. Let me know your thoughts on the album in the comments. As always, subscribe if you haven't already. Have a good day. Bitch, I'm loca. Bitch, I'm loca.